I know you can't look at it. Again, that's your side to side, that's up and down, but I don't know what you need. Well, yeah. Oh, in the classroom? Yeah. Go look at it. Yeah, just a little bit of wind out there. Corner. We're in good shape.
Welcome to Butler High School's Commencement 2018. Please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem, which will be led by Olivia Storm. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Good evening, and welcome graduates, educators, and family. My name is Jack Regal, and I'm honored to be standing here before you today. I would like to begin the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2018 with a thank you. A thank you to those that have shown us a successful path that has brought us to this milestone in our lives. I truly congratulate each and every one of you tonight for accomplishing something you worked towards for 13 years. Be proud, it was not easy. We have survived getting on the school bus for the first time, meeting that first friend, walking into the intermediate as a freshman, and now we step out of the senior high doors for one last time. The countless hours of hard work and studying has finally paid off. But it is with great sorrow that not everyone could make it here tonight. We will never forget our friends, Alex Hunter and Alex Paco. Let us have a moment of silence to remember the happy times they brought to our lives and the positivity they brought to our school. Thank you. Dr. Seuss once said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Even though Butler High School has shown us a positive experience, it would not be the best years of our lives. This school made you who you are today, but what you do from here on out is completely up to you. Let this new chapter of life act as a chance to decide who you want to be and become exactly that. I promise you this, your legacy will not be found on social media and the amount of likes you receive, but in your interactions and how you treat those around you. This will decide the type of person you are. I'd like to share one of my favorite stories about a man from Beaumont, Texas, who was down on his luck and could barely make ends meet for his family. In 1901, when an oil company offered him royalties to drill on his land, he had nothing to lose and everything to gain. Back then, if the well was plentiful in oil, it would rise to the top of the wooden structure. This particular oil well was the most powerful the world has ever seen, and the structure exploded to pieces. The man became an instant billionaire. Or did he? The man was always a millionaire. He just didn't know it until his resources were tapped. I think this holds true with each of us. You have what it takes to succeed. You just need to find what you're passionate about and tap those resources. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present this to you tonight. Thank you to the people that have cared for us and supported us. Now it is our turn to show not only you all, but ourselves, what impact we are going to make in this world. When you leave here tonight, tell the people you care about that you love them and give them a big hug. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you have a happy life filled with lots of laughter. God bless.
and welcome. My name is Frida Hartung. If you don't know me, how is that even possible? Because I was literally in the hall almost every period this year. Our whole lives, we've talked about graduating high school, and who would have thought this day would actually have come? It seems that it came in the blink of an eye, but we need to remember how far we all have come. From those innocent elementary school days, to the awkward phases of junior high, to the cold darkness of the intermediate, to our last stop, the senior high. Whether if you know everyone in this ceremony or just your mom, we've grown up together, we've mourned together, we've gotten dress coded together, and we did this journey together, and I'm so excited to finally say we finished this together as one. Our theme tonight is a moment in history, and tonight is your moment in history. It's not your parents, it's not your friends, it's not your principals, although I'm sure they certainly help. It is all about you. When you think about moments in history, you may think of things like the Gettysburg Address or Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, and if all goes well tonight, this speech. Tonight is your big moment in history. This moment we will remember for our whole lives. We've worked for this diploma. It does not matter what your rank is, or what your GPA is, or what your mile time is. All that matters is that you did it, and you deserve all the recognition tonight. It is sobering because although we share this big moment together, we must now walk apart. We all have different stories to share on how we got through high school. We all endured moments like the great gas leak of 2017, where we all were bussed down to the intermediate, or being the guinea pigs for the consolidation. And lastly, the change from being in a school where sweaters in June were okay, because classrooms were so cold, to the moist 400 wing all year round. The point is that this is just the beginning, and we will take memories with us, and we will make great new ones as well. It is now my privilege to introduce tonight's main speakers, Lillian Ford and Camden Cyber, and hear their take on historic moments. Thank you, and happy graduation.
Good evening, fellow students, parents, administrators, and school board members. My name is Lillian Ford, and I've been chosen as one of the commencement speakers chosen to address you tonight. We are here today participating in a moment in history. Our moment in history. Our small step for man. The day we have awaited after 12 years of hard work and dedication. As I speak, the world is changing all around us. History is being made every second by someone, and there is no reason that it should not be us. In this ever-changing global age, we need to be the Rocky Balboas who take our chances and fight our way to the top in the world at large. Like a clock, ideas are in constant motion, circulating in the minds of many as the hands of time rotate. This day, long ago, exactly 74 years, was a moment that allowed for the continuance of the free world, a moment where men sacrificed their lives for the values that they believed and the future that they saved. Though many never lived to realize it, the day the Allies stormed Normandy Beach was the day that the tide of the war turned. The free world was preserved, and life as we know it continues. Another moment in history occurred on this day 78 years ago, my grandfather's birth. A man who would become a chemist, who holds 28 patents that aided in several production improvements. Though a personal historical moment, it is because of him that I stand here today, delivering this speech, and will be the first in my family to attend college. I, as a student, along with several of my peers, will go on to further my education at a 4-year post-secondary institution, while others may attend technical or trade schools, enter the immediate workforce, or gallantly serve our country. This class will be the new authors of history, whether directly or indirectly. We are the first sophomore class to attend school here in several years, and we are the last class to spend 4 years under the guidance of Dr. Wiley. The many athletes on several sports teams have set personal, state, and national records that will be coveted by those to come. The musically talented of our class have led the Golden Tornado Marching Band to be nationally recognized, and those who excel academically have set records as well. such as higher than average national standardized test scores. But our high school careers aside, they are now over and we have reached the first summit. Our lives are beginning as we enter the ever-changing world to climb the newest summits that stand before us. We have new records to set, new goals to achieve, and history to make. We look to the stars as our tests fill with the hopes and aspirations of the future that we will make and the stars we will snatch from the night sky. We're the past, the present, and the future of the world to come. The future is just at the top of the mountain, and all you have to do is reach the summit to claim your spot. So be bold, be curious, and be ever searching for a way to change the world, because adventure is out there. Keep moving forward, keep your eyes peeled for opportunity, and never lose sight of your goals. This is our moment in history, and to continue making history, all you have to remind yourself that I can do this all day. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2018. If you do not know who I am, my name is Camden Seibert. It is such an honor to be able to give this speech to all of you, my fellow classmates, my family, my teachers, and my administrators. After reflecting on this year's theme, a moment in history, I considered what my moment in history has been at Butler. In the book A Separate Piece, Jean says, every person has a moment in time that will impact their life. Each one of you has had a moment here at Butler that has impacted you in the way you live. Butler has left its golden tornado imprint in all of you. If I had to take one thing, just one thing out of thousands of characteristics of this senior class, it would be our kind and gentle spirits. Consider this quote from Anne Frank. In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. When I moved to Butler in 10th grade, I was looking forward to being on a cross-country and track team that was a Whitfield contender. Well, if that was all I said I got out of Butler Area High School, I would be lying. Butler has given me so much in my short time being here. There is something about Butler High School that is different from other schools, whether you think it or not. At Butler, people are nice. As silly as it sounds to some of you, Butler has been the best place we could ever have asked for to grow into the young adults that sit here today. I have met my best friends, my favorite teachers, and my best memories here at Butler. I earned a scholarship through my success at Butler, and I can say with full confidence that every single person I stand in front of today is going to be successful. We have been through so much in our 12 hard, stressful, and just plain brutal years of schooling. But if there is one thing going to school with all of you has taught me, it is that there is nothing that can stop you people. We have had bad days, good days, and just plain weird days at school. We have dealt with loss of good friends, and time again, we have rallied together as a family to help each other, and have come back stronger every time. Losing anyone in your life is hard, and when that person is in high school, it makes it 1,000 times harder, and it crushes people. But not you people. You all are tough, you all are smart, you all are resilient. Butler Area High School has also taught us that we need joy in our lives. We have played dodgeball against our teachers and principals, and we have had dances in our cafeteria where I make an absolute fool of myself with my dance moves, but have fun doing it because none of us are really that good at dancing. I want you all to think about that quote from Anne Frank again. A kind and gentle spirit. I have seen this in all of you, and if you carry on in your lives with a kind and gentle spirit, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that will be able to stop you from having a good life. I wish you all luck going into the next chapters of your lives, but I know you will not need luck, because everyone will be going forward from this school, heavily armed with a kind and gentle spirit. the sharpest weapon to exist in the world. Thank you and good luck.
My name is Adi Magara, and tonight I have the honor of announcing the winner of the Distinguished Graduate Award for the 2018 school year. As a member of the Selection Steering Committee, your class officers and I read the 84 files of the nominees that have accumulated over the years. And through rounds of deliberation and voting, the committee narrowed the nominees to 3 final individuals. These finalists each exemplified the characteristics of an ideal citizen and an accomplished leader in history. Robert R. Heaton, our first nominee, has devoted his life to making Butler County a better place. He worked at the Thompson Miller Funeral Home in Butler for 43 years and started his own real estate company. Heaton has been a part of developing many housing developments in Butler, such as Avon Drive and Sterling Glen. He has provided service to the County of Butler in many roles, such as the Chamber of Commerce. He has also given scholarships, trusts, and a $1 million donation to the Butler County Community College. And tonight, Mr. Heaton is here with us for the commencement ceremony. Our second finalist, Patricia McBride, has accomplished many achievements in the field of physics. She worked as an associate at Harvard, where she developed and constructed the L3 precision neuron detector. She spent 6 years in Switzerland at CERN researching the particle accelerator. McBride was a visiting professor at Princeton University and became their chief scientist at Fermi Lab for 20 years. Her main interests are in the areas of experimental particle physics, scientific computing and instrumentation, and she is in the search of new physics phenomena. Finally, Michael Osterling, a proud member of the Butler class of 1966, has revolutionized his fields of zoology and marine biology. His most significant work is centered around the research on blue crab migratory patterns and sea farming of oysters, clams, and other mollusks. Osterling was successful in improving the culinary knowledge of soft-shell crabs. His efforts also include consulting private and public businesses alike through Latin America, impacting the coastal towns and communities abroad in countries such as Nicaragua, Australia, and Venezuela. After narrowing the list to only 3, the club leaders and officers came together to place votes and choose the winner. I am pleased to announce the winner of Butler's 2018 Distinguished Graduate Award, to be recognized and immortalized with a plaque outside the principal's office, Michael Osterling.
Mr. Osterling, Mr. Heaton, Dr. McBride, and the previous 38 distinguished graduates hanging in the hallways have always provided inspiration and motivation for our students. And since coming here, I have often heard seniors aspire to be included in that group. The class of 2018 is no exception. Tonight is one moment in history for them, which will someday pale in comparison to those moments yet to come. I know this class better than most with whom I have worked. This is the class that entered the intermediate high school as 9th graders, and a year later came over here at consolidation the same time that I did. I have spent all 4 years with them. They have seen or been involved in a number of firsts. They were the first sophomores to attend the senior high in decades. They were the first 10th graders to have the opportunity to enroll in select vo-tech programs, to challenge themselves with AP courses, and to travel back to the intermediate high school in droves for photography and shop courses. As seniors, they helped firmly establish our unified bocce team, which will continue into the future after a tremendous inaugural season. They are the first class to represent Butler in the National Math and Science Initiative. They will be the first graduates in a very long time to process to the podium as their names are called. They are the first class to graduate under Dr. White as our superintendent. As a senior class, they have also led the continuation of many traditions and successes here at Butler. They have demonstrated how to show pride in their school to those rising behind them. They have put on the wall for all to see where they plan to take their talents next. They have brought life back to our senior Olympiad. They led a record 17 of our athletic teams to playoff appearances, with particularly great seasons from cross country, bowling, competitive cheer, track, and boys volleyball. They led ongoing outstanding performances by mock trial, PJAS, our junior classical league, marching band, and the cast and crew of the musical. As evidenced by that wall of destinations, their talents will be spread throughout the region and across the nation. I would like to quickly acknowledge two particular groups. First, would all members of this class who have enlisted in any branch of our armed services please stand. Thank you for your willingness to serve. This class was also greatly enriched this year through the addition of 3 exchange students who have brought new perspectives and friendship to our school. I would like these 3 to stand as I name them. From Thailand, Pakjira, known to us as Nui. From Austria, Sebastian. And from Germany, Rita. The 3 of you fit in here so well, and I hope you will always feel like you have a home here in Butler. Thank you. Every class has an identity. Some classes are great academic groups, incredible musicians, or outstanding athletes. This group certainly has members that fit those descriptions. But when I reflect over my 4 years with them, something else keeps coming to the fore. Cam has already hit on this characteristic. This class is quietly and unassumingly kind. I cannot tell you how many times a faculty member has noted this is just such a nice group of kids. Visitors to our school have sought me out to tell me the same thing. Simple acts have contributed to that impression. Common politeness in the halls, inviting individuals sitting alone in the cafeteria to join a boisterous table, setting aside a portion of each part-time job paycheck to donate to Caring Angels. As you move on as a group, carry that trait with you. Remember Maya Angelou's spot. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And know that wherever you go, whatever you do, this is your home. There will always be people here to celebrate your successes with you, and people who are ready to help you if need be. Congratulations, and good luck to you all. We wish you the best. At this time, we will recognize each member of the class of 2018 who is present this evening, beginning with most of the students seated around the podium. Lillian Lorraine Ford, honors graduate. Camden Lewis Seibert. Frida Lena Hartung. Adriana Sage Magara. Tarek Aaron Topin, honors graduate with distinction. Olivia Rose Schnorr. Timothy Hayes Porter, honors graduate with distinction. Cody Andrew Schnorr, honors graduate with distinction. Next, we will recognize the remaining students designated as honors graduates with distinction. These students have maintained grade point averages of 4.20 or better across their 4 years of high school. Andrew Robert Cooper. John Connor Chaplin.
Carly E. Bauer. Brett Eugene Brady. Cameron H. Byers. Amanda Lorraine Shiravelli. Timothy Joseph Sikra. Logan M. Dubiak. Alyssa A. Ike. Kaylee A. Facemeyer. Chloe Angel Fellabon. Gabrielle Orr Finan. Hannah J. Folk. Jill Madison Ford. Dante J. Grency. Katie Angel Haley. Sarah Marie Heffel. Cameron D. Hilliard. Lena Savannah Heineman. Kayla M. Karenbauer.
Patrick D. Criley. Reed R. Kruger. Emma M. LeMay. Aaron K. LeMay. Joshua Robert Lutz. Andrea Malakaman. Grace Noel Norman. Connor David Olio. Nicole Ann Petmeyer. Elijah John Peterson. Danielle Ray Potter. Rachel Lauren Croft. Jenna Lee Reinheimer. Rachel Marie Robinson. Sophia Vera Roskovsky. Savannah Alexis Turner. Maggie Rose Welty. Abigail Beth Wolfram. Students who have earned a grade point average between 3.9 and 4.2 are designated as honors graduates, and they will be the next group recognized. Emma Rose Hurley, Jacob Paul Tilko.
Dylan Mark Atkinson, Caitlin Pauline Barnhart, Cameron R. Bartow, Nathan John Bellis, Dante Alexander Burns, Brianna A. Collins, Cassandra R. Cornelius, Nathan Jeffrey Delano, Madison Elizabeth Duke, Colleen Renee Elwell, Xander Ernest Everton, Nicholas James Farmery, Evan M. Finkbeiner, Zachary David Friend, Brian Todd Gillis, Grace L. Gordon, Anna Lise Hundermark, Nicholas Isaac Kibbe, Jenna Irene Kuntz, Jordan Harold Levine, Alyssa Marie Mazzanti, Noah F. Miranda.
Zachary Scott O'Day, Jace Patrick Alexak, Logan Robert Parker, Catherine Therese Pollock, Nash Kylene Peters, Clay Owen Patochny, Tyler James Rankin, Joshua Hunter Reesmeyer, Devin Joshua Sherman, Ashley Nicole Shields, Christopher Joseph Shields, Samantha Elise Schuster, Shelby S. Slomers, Vincent Anthony Slomers, Megan Marie Stolner, Madeline S. Temple, Alexis Noel Velez, Anna Rebecca Volker, Haley Marie Walker, Colton Jace Weir, Alicia Jane Wetzel, Marshall Grant Wheeler, Jayla Shen Wei Yoey.
Caitlin Jean Adamowski, Naya Alexandra Adams, Ian Edward Albert, Taylor David Allen, Craig M. Andres, Justin Paul Angus, Brianna J. Anthony, Matthew Bryce Anthony, Robert James Arnett, Taylor Marie Asplin, Kaylee A. Atkinson, Ethan Shea Amick, Austin Eugene Baker, Kaylee Marie Baker, Saran Monet Baldwin Merriweather, Garrett Lee Banner, Bailey J. Baptiste.
Camden Nolan Bash, Lauren M. Basham, Jennifer Elizabeth Baum, Jasmine R. Beam, Jacob William Beck, Tyler L. Beck, Mercedes J. Belch, Sarah E. Benkart, Kylie R. Bergler, Amber J. Burwinkle, Noah Patrick Beveridge, Emily Louise Bickle, Nicholas S. Black, Sabrina Shea Blakely, Evan Peyton Bloom, Clinton A. Benetti, Joseph Daniel Boozle, Brandon Lee Bothell.
Lily Rochelle Bowers, Luke A. Bowser, Samantha Anna Marie Bowser, Lisa C. Boyer, Cole H. Brown, Nash Robert Bryan, John Harold Bryden, Alexandria Paige Berzoska, Christopher Everett Buckley, Amber Marie Burke, Ashley Evelyn Burke, Tag Oisin Burke, Jacob Michael Burkert, Anne Marie Joy Buzzard, Ashley Ann Kinsella, Courtney Nicole Carvin, Tiffany L. Carlson, Kira Faith Elder, Gavin Louise Carrera, Dustin Cody Carson.
Tanner James Cavaliero, Alexandra Jean Sermonera, Hannah Lynn Chamberlain, Hope Magdalene Charles, Hannah Caitlin Choate, Andrew Thomas Schwalick, Kenneth Stefan Clark, Grant Andrew Clausen, Devon Rico Coleman, Morgan Angela Constantino, Taylor Lynn Cooper, McGuire Gray Covert, Isaiah Anthony Covey, Joshua Alexander Coy, Daniel Patrick Coyle III, Nathan Taylor Critchlow.
Colin Ray Crouch, Hannah Nicole Norma Cruz, Dylan Mitchell Culbertson, Justin Raymond Daly, Spencer J. Datz, Sydney Lynn
Doherty, Cameron Michael Davis, Nathaniel John Deal, Isabella R. DeRose, Samuel Merrick Dietrich, Isabella Danielova Dimitrova, Taylor Nicole Donaldson, Philip Russell Dunlop, Marty Elizabeth Easter, Tanner Ryan Everly, Maggie L. Hugh, Eli S. Elliott, Franklin Cole Elliott.
Chloe Rose Emmanuel, Sydney Brooks Ivanka, Landon Jonathan Evans, Harley Ray Ike, Shannon C. Ferguson, Gino Robert Fika, Brandon Wayne Flieger, Desiree Yvonne Fleming, Sebastian John Fleming, Elijah T. Hall, Emily Diana Flick.
Eveline Lev Fox, Sydney Marie France, Colton T. Frost, Morgan Lynn Gage, Jack Michael Gavin, Caleb Paul Candy, Cecilia E. Geibel, Cole Stephen Geibel, Stephen Geibel, Simon Regis Geibel, Dakota Dustin Gerlach, Carly A. Houston, Zachary David Giles, Trevor C. Gilliland, Tyler Roy Gilliland, Lauren D. Hamford, Dylan Enrique Velasco, Thomas David.
That's my boy!
Haley Marie Glodowski, Holly M. Getler, Megan Paige Gonda, Jonathan Ernesto Gonzalez Martinez, Alexandra Marie Graham, Elizabeth A. Graham, Jennifer I. Graham, Nicholas Keith Graham, Samantha Rosalie Graziani, Michael Vincent Greco, Alexander Richard Greer, Mara G. Grossi, Jared A. Godotti, Autumn Lee Paul, Abigail Faith Hands, Jason Richard Hansott, Robert Porter Hayes, Jonathan Robert Hansott, Luke Preston Harbison.
Nicholas C. Arnold, Devin Michael Arvey, Dylan B. Arvey, James Michael Aureliak, Seth Christopher Hazlett, Luke A. Haight, Mesa M. Hedgeland, Joshua Grant Heffley, Wyatt James Heinstead, Caitlin Elizabeth Hemphill, Levi Jacob Henry, Holt James Hicks, Jackson Levi Hildebrand, Zachary Allen Hiller, Chad Cecil Hilliard, Madison S. Hilliard, Allison Nicole Finch, Corey James Heinrich.
Haley Renee Hoffman, Adam C. Holt, Grayson P. Holcomb, Brandon J. Holt, Molly R. Hortzman, Tyler Michael Ripp, Christopher Jason Huey, Mackenzie Madison Hutchins, Lauren Elise Jenkins, Emily A. Jensen, Kiera Lane Johns, Shelby Aaron Johns, Cody Ridge Johnson, Allison Virginia Jones, Brian Edwin Jones, Darian Pauline Jack, Cody William Kaiser, Benjamin Joseph Caliber.
Elizabeth Marie Kauka, Jacob Michael Kaltenbaugh, Brittany Ann Karenbauer, Jacob Matthew Keene, Elizabeth M. Kernick, Haley Alexandra Kilden, Evan Madison Tyson, Daniel Ryan Klein, Tanya Marie Klotz, Haley Marie Nass, Bradley Gerald Kopp, Douglas D. Kostolansky, Jacob Mark Cradle, Benjamin Andrew Cranbacher, Ruth William Cranbacher, Brittany A. Kranick, Samraja Bahadur Katka, Jesse W. Kretzer, Kayla Rose Marie Turtle.
Emily Diane Kudamek, Mackenzie Elizabeth Cooper, Abigail Jane Kyle, Nicole E. Labori, Alyssa Marie Lamberto, Fallon Cheyenne Lamont, Alyssa Renee Lakushna, Garrett James LeGrand, Zane Thomas Leidenbach, Holland Corinne Leventhal, Kayla Ruth Levine, Marnie Pearl Levine, Jella Francis Liebler, Ashlyn P. Price, Alec Mason Livermore, Madison Mackenzie Long.
Austin R. Loring, Kelsey E. Losser, Rebecca Lynn Losser, Isaiah R. Lucas, Haley Nicole Lynn, Ryan Robert Lynn, Sean Raymond Marcellus, Brian Thomas Mateka, Devin Ray Matson, Brady Anthony Mazzani, Jacob Dawn McCandless, Ashley Lene McHugh, Renee Casey McCain, Logan Paul McKissick, Matthew Jeffrey McMaster, Savannah Marie McMullen, Grace Janae Kuharic, Frisia Rain Meals, Dylan D. Metzer.
Grant Christopher Metzger, John David Mahaley, Luke Daniel Mahaley, Andrew Jacob Miller, Camden Anthony Miller, Connor T. Miller, Devin Michelle Miller, Hunter Allen Miller, Kendall Nicole Miller, Noah David Mills, Marin Elizabeth Milton, Hunter G. Mintier, Jeremy Edward Minto, Micaiah Marie Miranda, Miranda K. Moan, Bryson Anthony Moore, Jeremy Matthew Mora, Gavin Michael Morrison, Trey Thomas Wool, Caitlin Jade Moss, Emma Sue Mowry.
Talon Anthony Murdoch, Robert J. Natili, Nicole Lynn Nebel, Amy Lynn Nealon, Peyton Nelson Nyman, Andrew Newen, Matthew H. Nickel, Matthew David Minnie, Joseph Nelson Osterling, Samantha Sophia Osterling, Jade Hayden Alexak, Sage Leora Ottenberg, Jacob Gregory Ocharzak, Myri Milton Owens, Pakjira Pantaskunsup, Elisa Caitlin Parker, Nicholas E. Penrod, Dylan M. Perkins.
Hunter Lee Peterman, Brooke Victoria Peterson, Jared L. Phillips, Alyssa Ashley Piche, Ashley N. Pierce, Ricky Curtis Pisarchik, Cheyenne Marie Pistorius, Austin Tyler Pittman, Sebastian Porsche, Madison Joelle Ramondi, Peyton Allen Rachel, Evan Lawrence Randolph, Corey L. Raitt, Dennis Philip McDermott, Hannah E. Roush, Rachel N. Rauschenberger.
Michaela Lynn Reamer, Sage Renee Rearick, Austin Michael Ray, Brady Lynn Reed, Julianne Marie Riot, Samantha Lynn Riesick, Erin Jane Rodeberger, Amber Nicole Reinhardt, Amber Rose Rivers, Luke Isaac Robinson, Morgan Elise Rosenbauer, Andrew David Ruda, Holly Don Roy, Taylor Eileen Roy, Chase F. Runyon, Kylie Rose Ryan, Nicholas William Sakulis, Christina Louise Sadler.
Gavin Daniel Saylor, Adela Santana, Sadie E. Schaefer, Dylan Anthony Schaffner, Dominic Joseph Schmidt, Courtney Ann Schnitzer, Lillian Christine Schodecker, Casey Daniel Schultz, Allison Lynn Schrey, Donovan Jacob Schroeder, Travis Michael Schroeder, Caleb Allen Schubert, Caitlin Rose Scott, Lauren Nicole Scott, Frederick George Siebel IV, Jordan Ray Seidel, Kristen Lee Seferick, Dakota Lee Sexton, Mitchell Colin Ray, Dalton C. Sexton, Cassandra Grace Sherman.
Nicholas Peyton Shipman, Michaela Ocean Fuller, Lily Ann Sinicki, Gabriel Reed Slagle, Summer Rain Slater, Dakota Lee Sloan, Jacob Daniel Slomers, Kylie Nicole Smeshko, Ashley Lauren Smith, Jason T. Smith, Joshua James Smith, Levin Lorraine Smith, Nicholas John Snyder, Jacob A. Somerville, Brittany Renee Spithaller, Roxana Rose Spawnacker, Carly Rose Sands.
Hannah Elizabeth Starcher, Nicholas Alexander Stazer, Colton B. Steele, Logan Grant Stefanowicz, Javon Nicholas Stevens, Madison Elizabeth Stephenson, Brooklyn Jamae Stewart, Justin David Stewart, Justin Edward Strobel, Craig M. Sullivan, Austin Brian Sidlick, Gage R. Terwilliger, Cole Michael Thompson, Seth Allen Thompson, Joshua P. Timblin, Christopher D. Tincha, Amani Mackay Lassay Tipton, John P. Turk.
Madison Marie Tanini, Zachary R. Frontier, Darren Andrew Kynan, Trevor Marcelli Galen, Ashton Jake Vanwick, Autumn Feline Vega, Caitlin Brooke Velkoff, Kimberly Marie Vlasic, Rika Vonderheide, Logan M. Voida, Trenton James Ward, Kylie Joy Ward, Julian Arthur Worsing, Leah Rose Worsing, Emma Nicole Weiss, Dante William Welkner, Logan Ray Wensley, Heather Lynn Zamudio, Chloe Ray Works, Adriana Michelle Wheeler.
Peyton Lynn Wheeler, Jacob M. White, McKenna Marie White, Timothy Todd Whitehead, Earl Ralph Weidman, Tori Marie Widenhofer, Dante Mackenzie Wyman, Rochelle Lynn Waketon, Madison Marie Wilcox, Michael J. Wilzinski, Rachel Stephanie Willits, Damian Lee Williams, Ashley Nicole Wolf, Jacob Robert Wolfram, Cheyenne Nicole Woodcock, Olivia Noel Young, Olivia Forever Young, Zoe Nicole Zablocki, Sarah Marie Zuludik, Salvador Zapata, Holly Nicole Zulik.
Dr. White, I certify that each of the students sitting here tonight has completed the requirements to earn a diploma, and I proudly present to you the 128th class of Butler Senior High School, the class of 2018.
Good evening. I would like to welcome all parents, family, friends, faculty, board members,
in the class of 2018 to the commencement exercise this evening. Dr. Wiley, I would ask that you share the gratitude of the school board and myself to the faculty, staff, and the rest of the administrators at the senior high school on your efforts to prepare this class to graduate. Thank you. Readers, student speakers, great job tonight. It takes a lot of confidence to stand in front of a large crowd and speak. And our speakers tonight provided some very insightful and inspiring words. And I too have noticed that Butler is someplace special. Kindness is just a great word to describe the students as I've encountered them this year in the hall. I've had the opportunity to work for a number of schools and a number of high schools. And it truly is a special place. The culture and tone is different. And I hope you come to recognize how special it is as you move forward. Seniors, tonight we celebrate you. We celebrate you as a group, and we celebrate your individual accomplishments. Each of you has had a very different scholastic experience that shaped your high school career. For some of you, high school has meant an opportunity to prove yourself that scholastic excellence was a goal that you could attain. For others, participating in clubs, sports, and activities has been a focal point of high school. Others have engaged in significant community service, got a job to help your family, and many of you did all of these things. While your experiences are unique, each of you will receive a high school diploma tonight. It'll have the same words on it. You are graduating as the class of 2018. The only difference will be your names. Our definition of a graduate is you. Your actions, the paths you take, the impact you have on others will forever reflect upon your high school and community. For many of you, your family members have helped define who you are. Many of your family members shed tears when you went off to kindergarten, and I'm sure today is an emotional day as well. While some may shed a tear or two, and some breathe a sigh of relief, there's a lot of joy here tonight. Tomorrow will bring both excitement and apprehension. Our society looks at high school graduation as the beginning of adulthood, which is a scary proposition for some people. But to you, your family members will always be your son or daughter. Remember, they love you. Make sure you love them. Make sure they knew that. Make sure you let them know you love them. Could you please recognize your families at this time for all they've done for you to get you to this point? Our future is bright because your future is bright. You will encounter obstacles, and with the support of those around you, you will overcome them. You will have opportunities, embrace them. Have the confidence and courage to challenge yourself. Earlier in our program tonight, Dr. Wiley recognized those members of the graduating class that went off to the military. We have the ability to choose how we want to pursue our lives because of sacrifices and service of many. And at this time, I'd like to ask all members of the audience who are in active duty military or veterans to please stand and be recognized for our gratitude for all that you've done to allow us to have this celebration tonight. Seniors, I wish you well in your dreams and aspirations. I hope that your years at Butler Senior High School have been filled with memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you for all your work and dedication. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with you. President Teff, Vice President Cummings. By the authority vested in my office by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Butler Area School District Board of Directors, as a commissioned officer of the state and superintendent of schools, I verify and certify the class of 2018 has obtained the graduation requirements set by the Butler Area School District Board of Education, the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and the State Board of Education. At this time, I'd like Class President Jack Enzo Riegel to please come forward. Jack, there's a note here that says, please verify with Dr. Wiley. Did you pass it? You sure? Oh, okay. Oh, we're good. Okay, good. This certifies that Jack Enzo Riegel has satisfactorily completed the requirements prescribed by the Board of School Directors and the Pennsylvania Department of Education for the senior high school, and a testimony therefore is awarded to you, this diploma. It is with great pleasure and pride that I declare the class of 2018 as graduated.
I now invite you all to turn your tassels to the left side of your cap. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is TornadoTV, and I'm honored to have been asked to give the farewell speech this year for our graduating class. You may wonder, how does one get asked to deliver the farewell speech for their graduating class? What is the process like? Well, let me share with you my experience. Dr. Wiley calls me in his office. He looks at me and says, farewell speech, you up for it? 2 to 5 minutes, no theme. You got this? And like I handle everything in life, I say with unwavering confidence, yes, I got this. I turn around, leave, and think to myself, no theme? Really? Class of 2018, we have confidence. Every time I started a brainstorm, every time I was up to something insightful and clever, my mind would wander off. Is it Yanni or is it Laurel? Is our senior year really ending with the fact that we have spent endless hours and sleepless nights deciphering between Yanni and Laurel? Does this latest social media sensation define our generation? Well, let's just say it's been an interesting journey. We were top dogs enrolled to junior high as 8th graders. We dealt with the freshman struggles and the transition to a new school. But through it all, we have had each other's backs. What a ride. We finally made it. Webster's dictionary defines character as one of the attributes or features that makes up or distinguishes an individual. We all have changed a lot since freshman year, and most importantly, we have developed a strong character. Someone once said that adversity does not create character, but reveals character. We have all dedicated the past 12 years of our lives in school developing our character through hard work and diligence, even when faced with adversity. We have acquired the skills needed to take on the challenges of the next chapter in our lives. Class of 2018, we have character. The past 12 years we have been committed to learning. We have spent hours reading, studying, and preparing for tests and tasks ahead of us. Knowledge is essential to one's life. Knowledge leads to success and is acquired through desire, dedication, and effort. Class of 2018, all our hard work is paying off. Our generation has been tagged as iGen or technology teenagers and often misunderstood. We have been perceived as lacking social skills and have been undetermined. However, those stereotypes could not be more true. Yes, we learn differently. Yes, we live differently than former generations, but we work harder and we dream bigger. We are able to balance schoolwork, family and friend issues, part-time jobs, and extracurricular activities. Class of 2018, we dream big, we set goals, and we take action. High school has taught us all valuable lessons that we will take with us as we turn the page in life. Some of us are off to institutes of higher learning, and some of us are beginning our careers. But all of us are chasing our dreams and striving to reach the goals we have set for the next chapter. Class of 2018, good luck to all, and may all your dreams come true. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to say thank you to all the administrators, teachers, friends, and most importantly, our families for everything they have done to help us arrive at this pivotal point, our high school graduation. So, I say for all of us, drop the mic, the class of 2018 is out. Thank you.